Hi, I'm Serene Khanum. I just wanted to share a bit of my journey of living with chronic pain and fatigue. For a long time I didn't really know how to talk about it. I have a lot of conditions. I have spina bifida from birth, which I didn't actually know about until July last year. I was diagnosed in 1977 when I was 4. And I've also got fibromyalgia, endometriosis, thyroid disease, and all these are the main, I have other illnesses as well, but these are the main ones that cause inflammation in the body and chronic pain and chronic fatigue as well, insomnia, etc. Chronic pain isn't always visible, and fatigue isn't just feeling tired. I am referring to my notes because, as you'll be aware, that when you suffer from pain, you suffer from a lot of brain fog as well and memory issues. So fatigue isn't just feeling tired, it's a deep, bone-heavy exhaustion that rest doesn't fix. Nothing can fix it. You wake up already drained. Everything feels heavier and harder than it used to. So at first I kept pushing myself. I was almost on the verge of giving up, but then I thought, I'll push myself. If I just keep going, things would get better. But instead I hit a wall, and emotionally I hit rock bottom, and I fell into a suicidal depression. So the hardest part was the realization that I was beginning to lose my independence. I couldn't do the things that I used to take for granted. So little by little I started doing what I could. I began walking around the house, and then I was encouraged by my physiotherapist at the time. I began walking in the garden a little bit. And I found myself tending to forgotten plants. That was the excuse for me to go in the garden to try and revive the plants. And whilst doing that, I felt like I was reviving myself as well. And I felt like it made me feel like I could come back to life with the plants. Then I started watching lots of YouTube, anything to distract my mind and bring in something new. I learned how to plant and grow things in the garden. I like learning, so I watch a lot of educational videos. And it's a good distraction away from the pain sometimes, to focus your mind somewhere else. So that led to arts and crafts, small creative things. These helped me feel productive again, because I do believe that every day should be a productive day. And then something unexpected happened. Even though I was in pain and agony while I was doing, and fatigue while I was doing these things, I started actually enjoying it. And these were like my tiny little pockets of calm and peace that I could feel. I live on my own as well, so I need to create some peace for myself as well. One of the biggest turning points then was in the kitchen. I struggle with daily cooking, I struggle with taking nutrition. I don't eat all my meals in the day, so it just wasn't possible anymore. So basically I adapted. And I invested in some kitchen aids and started batch cooking. I started learning how to cook first, again from the YouTube videos. And I started cooking when I had the energy. So I've created a freezer system to help me. So I'll cook every now and again, and then I'll batch freeze into portions. And then I'll just rotate it each month, the meals that I've made. So now it just takes me 5 minutes on an evening to prepare a meal, and that small routine gives me a sense of peace and control in my life. Around that time my GP had referred me to Rethinking Pain. I attended all the sessions, including understanding pain, sleep therapy, diet therapy, creative therapy, all the therapy groups, movement, breathing and mindfulness. I took a tip or two from each session, which I thought were fantastic. They helped me slowly rebuild my strength and my routine and a sense of who I was as well, because basically I'd lost myself before all that. Eventually I became a volunteer, and now I'm helping to deliver the same sessions to others living with chronic pain and fatigue and struggling to manage, especially those who feel like they've lost themselves. This journey hasn't been easy for me. Some days are still really hard, but I've learned to pace myself. I rest when I need to. I've stopped measuring my worth by how much I can do in a day. And most of all, I've learned to be kinder to myself. So if you're watching this and going through something similar, please know that you're not alone. There's still life, even in the slow, quiet days, and there's always a way forward, even if it looks different than you imagined. Thank you for listening, and I can now say that I'm rethinking my pain, and I'm also a happier, healthier me.